Live from another Zoom happy hour with your coworkers, this is the Podworms Spacecast. The Podworms are 7 lifelong friends whose webcams are on and pants and shirts and socks are off. Welcome to the Spacecast. Hey Space fans, welcome to this super special sexy episode of the Podworms Spacecast. You heard me right. We are all completely naked from head to toe.
Oh yeah.
Sitting here on the Zoom call, admiring each other.
Yep.
Just admiring.
And
yeah. We have the
really,
camera set up so we can see full body in this Zoom call
We're all standing.
instead of just sitting at our desks.
I think it's pretty common to have an under-the-desk webcam. I think most people install that. I know I do.
well, right. Having up perspective.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah,
nice
definitely.
because, Phil, you're doing something that no one else this call is doing where you're switching back and forth between them like a professional camera switcher.
Okay. Camera A, camera B, man.
Yeah. And let me just say, I could use a little bit more camera B.
Bring it on.
That's the butthole camera. I'm not sure you want that one.
No, I meant what I said, Phil. We have a great show for you today, and we have a loaded cast. And let me introduce you to him. We have one half of the Deadly Brother duo. It's Mike McCoy.
Deadly brother roll call ending.
Oh, sad. We have the DJ, producer, all-around great guy, Chase Golka.
Hello.
And we have the guy who I like to call Phil Williams.
That is my name.
It's Phil Williams.
Can I just bring this up real quick? I never get introduced first. I'm always a supporting cast member, like way at the end. I'm either last or second to last.
Well,
And I didn't want to file a complaint, but
I don't want to air our dirty laundry here on the show, but you were the last person to join the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And it's all based on how much
Seniority.
each podworm gets paid.
yeah, it's true.
Right. Which is why I go last, and I'm the low-hanging fruit, Andrew LeClaire. Because you know what? I do it for free, and I donate all of my salary to charity.
I don't do it for free.
And if you're following that, I don't get paid anything. So
Yeah, I don't donate any of my salary to anything.
Yeah,
other
me
than
either.
Myself, maybe my
Yeah.
snack fund. I donate it to the McCoy Snack Fund Foundation.
what are you guys snacking on these days?
Oh man,
I made.
Go for it, Phil.
I
Phil,
was
take
going
it
to
away.
say, I have been really bored in quarantine, and I made a personal pan of lemon bars the other day. So I've just been eating lemon bars like a fucking savage.
Well, I wouldn't say
That
that's a
sounds-
snack, but
That
actually,
sounds so good.
yeah,
It
these
is
lemon
pretty good.
bars, these lemon bars are fucking good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I've probably eaten like 5 of them. In the
They're
past
from
24
scratch
hours.
too. This isn't
Oh.
like bought a box and mix thing. He showed up from the store. He had a bag of real lemons that he was making everything with. It was great.
Dude, can you
They're
make
great.
can you make me a batch, Phil?
Tree fitty, and you got it.
Tree fitty, like $3.50.
You buy the lemons, and then pay me $3.50. I'm your man.
I'm fine with
Big
that.
deal.
I could do that.
I'm curious if you guys have any snacks or desserts that are a once in a while kind of treat, and I'll let you think on it for a second, but the one that comes to my mind, like generally, if I'm going to pick up a snack, I have a few go-tos, like something with chocolate. I'm always down for like a chocolate bar, a chocolate chip cookie, something like that, or some chips, like something pretty standard like that. But occasionally I'll get a hankering for those sugar cookies that have like the holiday themed pressings on them. That's not the right word to use.
Oh, and they're dusted in sugar.
Oh, I know
No
those.
frosting. Right?
Not even those. They're just the plain ass like Pillsbury. They come in like a tube, and it has like a picture of a pumpkin on it or something for Halloween, or like a bunny for Easter. Like they're as bland as you could possibly get, but I really like them. Occasionally, like literally once a year, I'll eat the dough. Like I'll just cut off because it lets you cut your own size cookie, you know. And so sometimes I'll just cut off a little cookie-sized piece of dough and just pop it in my mouth.
Oh, you're not. Oh, so these are
Damn.
like ones that you take and bake, and you're
Yeah,
just eating
exactly.
the dough.
From like the
Sugar-
refrigerant section.
Dude, sugar cookies are the fucking best.
Yeah, that's dope. Or a
So good.
snickerdoodle. Give me a snickerdoodle any day.
Yes, dude.
When was the
And
last time you had a
that's-
snickerdoodle?
It's
Years.
too long ago.
At least that's BP
Before puberty?
pandemic.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Okay. I was like, what is it?
wow. All the way since before the pandemic. What? Whew.
Yeah, long time ago.
Okay.
Long time ago.
That is an underrated cookie. Like, I would never buy one, but if there's one put in front of me, I would eat it in a second.
Yeah, that's interesting.
What?
I think that's why it's been forever since I've had a snickerdoodle, because I will always go chocolate chip cookie number one, first choice every single time. But if a snickerdoodle is presented to me and I pop it into the microwave for like 10 seconds and it's a little warm, a little gooey,
Mm.
whew,
Man, I'm not a fan of. I don't know what it is, but I it's not that I'm not a fan of chocolate chip cookies or like cookies that just have a bunch of shit in them. But I would rather just have a sugar cookie or a gingy snap or a fucking snickerdoodle.
Molasses cookie.
Yeah, I just I just love that shit. I actually prefer that over the ones that have chocolate and bits in it, unless it's oatmeal raisin, which I like,
The
or
king of cookies.
or like I love a peanut butter cookie. That's one of my favorite cookies.
peanut butter,
And it's got
I can get
little-
behind that.
It was
It-
made with crunchy peanut butter, so it's got little pieces of peanut in it. Mm.
We can go all the way down to cookie talk, but I think that the universally accepted ranking of cookies is Snickerdoodle number one.
Oh,
Okay, hold on.
are you doing a bit?
No, dude, I used to buy not before BP. I used to buy a Snickerdoodle and a coffee at Cafe Ladro like twice a week before
Oh,
work.
yeah.
I
Oh,
would
they
eat
have,
a
like,
cookie
nice,
for
like,
breakfast.
Like big snickerdoodles too. Like,
Oh, they're big and they warm them up in that
Yeah.
oven.
Ooh.
boy.
I want to let you finish, though. What's the rest of your universal listing? Because this is already completely bullshit.
Snickerdoodle number one, oatmeal raisin, really close, coming in the back, and then the chocolate chip cookie,
Wow.
number three.
I don't agree with that.
That
Yeah,
has to be
I'm sorry.
so
that's,
wrong.
That's wrong.
What?
That's
Are you-
wrong.
When you say universal, you know that means it applies to everyone, generally speaking, right? Like,
Right.
how
Not
can you
one person
possibly
on
how
this
can you
podcast
possibly
agrees.
say oatmeal raisin is a more universally liked cookie than chocolate chip? Where do you get off?
That's a
sir?
good point. I
How-
don't prefer it.
How could you possibly think that?
Well, oatmeal raisin, if you're just looking at it from the stuff that you get per cookie, you get a lot more stuff than just chocolate chips. You get
It's
oatmeal
gross stuff.
and
You don't-
raisin.
It's nasty. I don't want that. much.
Okay, let's compare.
Simple
Let's,
math.
let's compare the amount of stuff that's in oatmeal raisin compared to the amount of stuff that's in a chocolate chip.
Oh, you
All
know one that I do
Science.
like that I wouldn't normally. I don't. I like the white chocolate macadamia nut.
Okay.
Oh, that's
That's good.
killer. That's
Okay.
I
killer.
don't like.
But
white
have you
chocolate
ever
at all
had-
either.
Have you ever had a homemade white chocolate macadamia cookie ever in your life? Nobody makes those.
Actually,
They're made by
yeah.
like one factory in
No way,
China.
Those were different.
Okay, here's another
Yeah.
good once in a while treat is those little I can't think of the name of them now. They come in the red packaging and they're like a butter cookie.
Oh yeah, the Biscoffs, the shortbread cookies.
Shortbread cookies.
Yeah,
Shortbread cookies are so
Dude,
good.
Dude, don't
that's
even
what
get me
a lemon
started
bar
on
is.
shortbread cookies. Shortbread cookies are so fucking
Dude, give me a Lorna Doone right now.
Ugh,
Lord.
baby. I could eat
Yeah.
those all day. Those are just made with pure butter.
Dude,
Just all
Yeah.
butter. It's
I-
awesome.
That's all lemon bars are shortbread cookies with lemon on top.
Yeah, I was literally
the
telling
best.
I was literally telling Phil last night that I could just eat the crust of his lemon bars only by themselves.
Shortbread cookie.
forever.
But you'd be missing the lemon, which is
I think
also
that-
very good.
I think the other thing too is though is that we're focusing a lot on sweet snacks, and to me, when you say snacks, I'm not really a sweet snack person. I'm really more of a salty boy myself.
That's more of a treat.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a cookie's a treat, like a pretzel's a snack.
And my every once in a while salty treat, just for for the record, is a bag of Doritos, and because they're
Oh.
one of the best chips ever invented, and I purposely don't eat them all the time because if I ever buy a bag, I will just eat the whole bag. I'm not
We're
even ashamed to admit it. I will
What
do it.
flavor?
Spicy nacho, top flavor.
Oh, really?
Best
Okay.
flavor. It's better than nacho cheese, and it's really delicious. And then second place is Cool Ranch.
Have you tried the Tapatio Dorito?
Yes, dude, those are bomb too.
That's
Fuck.
a strong
Oh, I haven't
Doritos are
tried that.
so good. They're too good. That's the problem. They're too good, and that's why I only get them every once in a while.
You guys know the Juanitas chips,
Yeah,
Yes.
tortilla chips. Yeah.
the tortilla
I know.
chips.
Oh, I know where you're going with
So-
this too.
Have you ever tried the Chilapeno flavor?
Yes, dude.
That is my
Those are
favorite
s-
chip, hands down. I will eat that whole bag.
Those are so
Really?
fucking good.
They're so good.
They're
Because
so good.
They got
dude.
that because there's something about the Juanitas where like they kind of just fall apart as you eat them. They're not like a strong chip, but there's something really endearing about it.
Yeah,
And
I
then
think
they
that-
add a little bit of flavor to make it a Chilapeno.
Oh, so good.
Oh boy.
I think Juanitas are in general. I think the thing about them is that they're kind of oily. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're really
they
oily.
taste like a chip that you'd get like at a restaurant that was like
Like it was
Just
just fucking
freshly made.
fried and like a
Yeah.
bunch of yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's why one of the reasons they're so good.
yeah. I agree.
Now,
I agree.
I'm sure this is a like pretty played out opinion, but I think my favorite chip is anything sour cream and cheddar. But
Oh.
specifically, I like is it the Ruffles ones?
Ruffles.
Yeah,
Ruffles.
because the
Ruffles.
Ruffles are thicker than the Lay's ones.
Yep.
The Lay's ones
Yeah.
are okay, but the Ruffles, just the extra thickness and the crunch, like
Yeah.
that is possibly the best chip ever conceived.
Those are
are
pretty good.
So fucking good.
Those
Those
are
are
really
ruin
fucking
your
good.
day good.
Plus,
Yeah.
plus you can dip those in some sort of dip a lot easier. Like if you have some
Yes.
nice ranch dip, that would be my preferred. Oh my
I
I
god!
think the best chip. I'm ready to take criticism on this. The best chip is the plain Ruffle.
Oh,
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
Should we
What
just
is
move
wrong?
on?
What is wrong with you?
I buy a lot of plain Ruffles because I don't really like just eating regular chips unless they're barbecue Lays. I need a dip. Otherwise, I'm just like salt mouth. You know what I'm talking about? Where you just destroy your mouth with chips and it's like you've
Yeah.
got chapped lips almost.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So if you just get a regular old Ruffle and dip it in sour cream, I could eat the whole bag. And I have.
You don't put it just straight sour cream?
Straight sour cream.
Cool. All right.
Phil loves. sour
You're okay with
cream.
that, Mike?
I've never really thought about it or heard of someone doing it. But the thing is, I eat Ruffles with sour cream and like ranch mixings.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's it.
there's some flavor.
That's pretty much the same. Yeah,
But I
no,
love
definitely.
sour cream. No, I'm all about like if I'm putting sour cream on a taco and then there's a little bit left on the spoon, I'll take it.
Mike, I was in your camp before where I'd always buy the packet and I'd
Yeah.
put it in and I'd mix it up. And one day
So good.
I just didn't have it. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just do the regular sour cream. And I was like, there's literal to no difference between these two.
I
What?
love that.
Same effect.
That makes actually a lot of sense. You're just like, well, I got the Ruffles, and maybe you thought you had ranch or whatever. And
That's
then
exactly what
you
happened.
get home and you're just like, well, I mean, this is the main ingredient,
It's the only ingredient.
other than all the whatever.
A flavoring.
It's the yeah.
Yeah, the crushed up ranch.
Not the same, dude.
It's,
Yeah.
That's all
The
MSG.
crushed up.
and-
ranch.
Yeah, the crushed up ranch crystals that you put into the sour cream, and voila,
They grow the ranch and
I'm-
dry it and crush it up and then put
crush
it in.
it up. Yeah, in like a little like medicine jar. You know.
Mortar and pestle.
Wouldn't that
Thank
be
you.
weird if ranch was like a fruit? Like it's something that grows on. You could just go eat a ranch.
Definitely. What?
Like eat a ranch fruit.
That's like, wouldn't it be weird if there was cheeseburger trees?
What the
Like if
fuck
it
is
just regular-
ranch?
I don't know if
Food
weird
was
is the word that I would use for that. I think awesome.
Miracle.
You know what's fun?
Yeah.
So in other countries, ranch is considered American seasoning. It's called American seasoning.
Oh, that's nice.
I get it.
Yeah, like it's the one thing that the U.S. has offered the world that is actually a benefit.
Yeah, for real.
Wait a second. Speaking of regional seasonings, let's circle back to the chips. Those Canadian all dressed up Ruffles.
Oh,
Another level. I
Dude,
take back what I
those-
said. Plain Ruffles can go fuck themselves. All dressed up are way better.
All dressed,
I don't know what that is.
All.
What?
Oh my god! You got it. Next time you go, look for the Ruffles all dressed. Look for those, dude.
Okay.
They are actually probably. Now that I think about it, those are like in my top, easily my top 3.
Really? Okay.
So good,
I've
dude.
never even heard of this.
What?
It's a Canadian chip that is like the most popular Ruffles flavor, or one of the most popular flavors in Canada. And just recently, probably in the last year, I've noticed it's available in the US.
Dang.
So the all dressed up flavor is actually a combination of flavors, hence the all.
I would
in it.
assume.
It is barbecue, ketchup, sour cream and onion, and salt and vinegar all put together. It sounds crazy, but it's amazing.
I'm interested. Absolutely. It sounds like a heart attack. I'm
So
excited.
good, dude.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, how about, Mike, you give it a try. Find
will.
yourself some all-dressed chips this week, and then next week we can hear all about Kevin's exciting reheated
Yeah,
Chef
yeah.
Dane dinner
That's the episode, though. That's
and your chips.
We don't have any more time if it's those two.
Well, we have to recap the last 2 episodes of Chef Dane's.
Right. Yeah, I guess Chef Dane is. We'll make a Chef Dane episode, and then I'll talk about the Ruffles on the next.
Yeah, let's just make it 2 episodes to be safe.
Yeah. Before we move on from snacks, we moved right into salty, and I just want to throw out the sweet one that I had recently, and it made me like very happy. I got a 3-pack of Ferrero Rochers.
Oh, bro,
Amazing.
dude, I love those, man.
It was like $5. I mean, they're fucking expensive.
They're
but,
really expensive.
But you feel like you're unwrapping gold to this like perfectly like this perfect crunch of a whatever chocolate it is.
Those are so good.
They're
Every Christmas I
so
get those. Every Christmas I get this from my parents because I think they got them for me one time, and I made a big deal about how awesome they were, even though it wasn't something that I would always like eat or anything like that. And now it's become my family's idea of what my favorite candy is, just because now they get it for me every year, and I'm not mad about it at all.
That's fine. It's funny because saying about the it's like it was only recently that I kind of discovered that you can just get those for yourself anytime.
They don't have to get gifted.
The cashier doesn't ask like who to be made out to.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, oh,
It's like discovering that it's like as if you discovered that you could buy eggnog at any moment.
Whoa,
Holy shit.
that would be wild if you
That'd
could.
be wild, but you can't. You can't.
you know
You
what
have
is
to
a good seasonal treat? Is those oranges that are made of chocolate that you have to smash on the table.
Oh, yeah. Those are good. I like those.
I love those.
It's fun, too. It's a
You-
fun experience.
You smash them on the table?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It breaks them apart into the pieces.
Oh yeah. I hate.
You're just trying to
chocolate and
eat it
orange.
like an apple, like a big ball of chocolate. You're just taking bites out of.
Not my thing.
Have we talked
I'm
about...
totally against chocolate and orange combination candies.
Did we talk about
Me
the giant
Sorry,
Hershey Kisses on this show before? Did I bring that up before?
I don't remember.
I don't think.
Okay.
So. I don't think so. I don't
Well-
think I would know.
I think I would remember that.
Okay, I think
If you guys don't
I think
remember.
I remember.
No one else who listens to the show remembers. So there's another seasonal chocolate that I associate as being seasonal, but it was like my mom, when we were kids, would make Valentine's Day like gift baskets for us. That would have like chocolate and a little card that said love you sport,"
Aw,
something to that effect.
that's
But
so cute.
one of the candies that we often got in the basket was these giant, seemingly novelty Hershey Kisses. And it was like, I'm trying to describe it without using a visual cue here, but it's like it's like a softball and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
Like pretty
Well, I've had
damn
one.
big and
Yeah.
solid. This is not like a hollow Easter bunny. This is a solid novelty giant Hershey Kiss. And I remember like it's like watching my dog when he is eating like a bone. If it's super hard, he does not give a fuck. Like I'll find him chewing on a bone to the point where it's like his gums are bleeding. I have to take it away from him. Like he will not stop. That was me with those giant Hershey Kisses because like if you think about the shape of a Hershey Kiss, it doesn't really lend itself to being giant sized and you be able to chew on it.
It's not ergonomic, certainly.
It's sloped on the
You
side.
like get a knife and fork out,
Yeah.
just like shaving little bits off.
I never
like
never
like
thought of
the
that.
turkey at Thanksgiving.
I never
You gotta get the
carved
electric
it.
knife going.
yeah.
Oh, would you like a slice?
Would you like a slice? I'll carve the Hershey's
like-
Kiss.
Do you like dark kiss or white kiss?
I never got the fork and knife out because I was an idiot kid. I would just bite into it, but every bite you take, like it just slips out. Like it just force its way out of your
You
mouth.
can't grip it.
I know this
Yeah.
is. I went through this same exact thing, and it's so funny that that's what you remember about it because that's exactly what I remember about it too.
Did you
try
get
to
them
take
too?
a bite, but then your teeth just slide down, so
Yeah.
you barely get like a little piece off. So you have
Yeah.
to just keep doing it again.
You're
And then
like
you got
carving little shavings off with your
Yeah,
teeth.
dude, you have little teeth marks in the in it that you can see that you're trying to like bite it off with. I was surprised that it was not hollow, to be honest.
I think
Yeah.
all oversized candies are terrible. If you get a
Wow.
giant gobstopper,
What
or
about
well, no,
king
not
size?
gobstopper. What are those called?
Jawbreaker.
Jawbreaker. Yeah.
Horrible. Yeah.
Who's like why?
It's
I'm
just
trying,
tongue
I'm trying to
sandpaper.
think of a giant candy, like a giant sized candy that has ever offended me in such a way.
What about the giant Hershey bar? I used to get those sometimes.
That's dope. You
Yeah,
can break it
that's
off.
Legit.
That's
legit.
amazing. It's
See,
the gift that keeps on
what-
giving.
What kind of Hershey bar? Just regular Hershey
Standard.
bar?
Yeah,
Standard.
standard.
Yeah, see, no, dude, Hershey's chocolate is terrible.
Okay.
Oh my god. Get
This
outta
episode's
here.
never gonna get off the ground.
It's terrible, dude. It's like sugary and like not. I
What do
don't-
you mean it's sugary? It's a chocolate bar.
It's just not. It's not smooth.
I like
it's like
my
kinda
chocolate
grainy.
to taste like meat.
I don't like. I don't like regular Hershey's, dude. I can't believe people just eat regular Hershey's.
What about like
and,
symphony
nuts in it.
bars? Have you had a symphony bar?
I've
Jay?
had a symphony bar. Those are better, actually.
Do you like them?
I think they're a little better. Yeah.
So you like European chocolate then, Chase?
Oh,
Yeah. What's your ideal brand of chocolate?
dark.
it. What the brand?
That's not a brand.
I don't,
Cadbury.
I don't really have
Okay,
it.
Cadbury. Fuck yes, every time.
It's
no
amazing.
matter what.
You
kidding me?
Cadbury. Yes.
Cadbury.
They're garbage.
That
Those
was
are
the-
actual
that-
trash.
Wait, you don't like Cadbury?
Cadbury cream egg. You never
Cadbury
had that?
eggs?
I
What?
don't-
Get the fuck out of here!
Dude,
Those are Christmas
nasty
in a
ass.
bar. Those are amazing.
Christmas.
Oh, you know what's really good though is we're speaking of seasonal candies, the Reese's bunnies. They're
Oh.
like Reese's, but like in bunny form.
Oh my
They've
god,
got like the ratio between filling and chocolate is way skewed towards filling.
dude,
Yeah,
they're
You
so
just get like
they are
all peanut butter. It's awesome.
They're
they are
better.
so good that they have not changed the commercial for that in 20 years. You know that the commercial where like the bunny's like hopping around on the orange background,
Yes.
and the Hershey, or not the Hershey, the Reese's like combines with it. That still airs. It's like one of the older commercials that still airs.
They had trees too, right? They had Christmas trees, right? That was one of the things, and then they all
I think
the
that might have
Christmas trees.
been a newer addition to the Reese's family. But
Yeah, all the Christmas
same,
trees, like-
same vein.
They looked really shitty. They
Yeah,
didn't look like Christmas trees, and then it was a whole big deal because people were like, "This doesn't look like a Christmas tree," and then Reese's was like, "Whatever, bro. You're gonna eat it." Like they even like posted something that was like, they were like, all of our Christmas trees are beautiful or whatever. Like, you know,
What?
it doesn't matter the shape or whatever because people were like ragging on them because their Christmas trees just looked like shit. They looked like they were like Christmas tree shape, but kind of got like all melted and like messed up or something. They were like, whatever, you guys are, it's fucking Reese's. You're going to eat it. So
I love that. I
we
love
don't
the
even
person that gets a Reese's tree that's a little misshapen and takes to Twitter.
yeah.
Hey Reese's, you got to fix this.
You gonna do
This is
something about this,
This
or
doesn't look like a tree.
This is bullshit. I want my money back.
Yeah.
Reese's in general? Do you guys think that Reese's is a shit candy? By the way,
No.
Oh,
No.
that's just you, and you can go home right
I think
now.
Reese's are
I
one
am
of my favorite candies.
Thanks.
I love peanut butter candies. Anything like that is in my wheelhouse for sure.
Yeah, Andrew, you have talked about your opinion of peanut butter chocolate candies on this podcast, and I don't think anyone wants to hear it.
I
Well-
definitely don't.
I don't know what to say.
Based on Mike's attitude, I really don't.
Well, I don't have anything else to say about food, frankly, and I'm getting hungry, so I suggest we move on.
All right.
And how about
fine.
how about I tell you what's going on in the show today? Huh?
Okay, yeah. What's going on in the show today?
Yeah, it's about time we start.
And,
It's been 25 minutes.
Let's go ahead and just get started. We have a great show. We've had a great show today. Mike's going to tell us all about what's in his freezer. It's a really exciting segment.
Or what's not in my freezer. Little teaser.
Okay.
Oh.
And we have an NSRG. And
That's it. Of course
well, I mean,
it is. Of course it is. Sorry.
I have a fantastic story. I'm going to save it for next week.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I have such
Fantastic
a
story.
great pod mail. Holy shit. This pod mail actually got way better than I thought.
Oh, are you just first reading it right now?
Could you tell us
Kind of,
anything
kind
about
of,
what's
okay.
happening?
This is happening in real time.
Oh my god!
this is
Oh
off-
my god!
This doesn't often happen. So I saw in our inbox this week that we had a pod mail, and I generally click on them and skim through them just to make sure that I'm not going to read like some hate speech on the show by accident. I'm going to do my research first.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
this one checked out.
Yeah, that's good.
You kind of read it.
I read it, and there's no hate speech that I saw. So it's good. But what I didn't realize is that this pod mail is actually a continuation of a previous conversation that we were having in the pod mail. This is from Anna Amelie. Do you guys remember Anna?
Yes.
Okay.
Anna Amelie.
Anna Amelie, yeah. So Chase, you're giving me a look like you may not be on the show.
No, I don't
So,
remember that, but yeah.
I'll catch you and anybody else up who didn't hear this originally. And again, I'm just realizing this is from Anna, which is huge. So on May 23rd, over a month ago, is that right? Yeah, it's July now, right?
Yeah, it was a bit ago.
She said, "Hi, my name is Anna. It feels good to know you. I'm hoping to see your kind reply. Thank to you very much."
It feels good to know you is a really weird thing
And-
to say.
My response, which I only responded on June 10th. So like
This is special because this was the first email that we ever responded to directly on the podcast.
oh, that's right.
We wrote me and Kevin wrote this email back to her together.
Oh, you're right, because we responded collectively and we said, "Hey, Anna, it feels great to know you too. Warmest regards, Podworm Spacecast. P.S. The winter is long, but I stay warm by the fire. XOXO." So she responded.
You know, reading it back, not as great of a response. So,
No,
as
it's
I
not.
remembered it.
It's lacking. This is a long-ass mail, but I'm going to get through it quickly as possible. And we'll have a discussion afterwards. I don't want to stop.
Yeah.
Cool.
But there's a lot here. So obviously the conversation was going pretty well so far. She writes back and she says, "Dearest, comma, thank you for your reply to my email. My name is Anna," full caps. "I am a young girl of 22 years, presently residing here in Senegal, Dakar, where I'm under United Nation as a refugee due to the crisis happening in my country. After much prayers here, I decided to make this contact to you, believing I am safe in your hand. I am 5'6". I am nice, understandable, and sincere. I am the only surviving child of my late parents who I lost during the conflict in my country. Dark. That's me, not her.
Yeah.
Please, I seek your help to help me receive the sum of $4,500,000 United States dollars deposited in one of the leading banks by my late father, Mr. Boris, full caps, and my late father deal with oil Libya and gold with the late President Gaddafi before he died.
Rest in peace.
Wow.
Since my name is used as a next kin in the bank, I have made contact with the bank and they advised me to have a foreign partner who will assist me in the claim. Now, because of my situation here as a refugee, I cannot make these claims by myself. I need a foreigner who will stand on my behalf to the bank for the transfer. I decided to make this contact with you for you to stand on my behalf to the bank and ask them for the possibility of transferring this fund into your own bank account into your country.
What a sucker.
It goes on.
Sounds like a deal.
It keeps going. I can't go back to my country because of crime, terrorism, civil unrest, kidnapping, and armed conflict. Crime levels
Sure.
in Libya remain high, including the threat of killing those families who work with Gaddafi. The situation in Libya remains fragile, and the security situation remains dangerous and unpredictable. All right, last paragraph. It's because of the trust I have in you that made me disclose. It's because of the trust I have in you that made me disclose this matter to you, believing that I am saving in your hand. Nobody knows what I have and where I am. Please, I will be happy for you to help me with all your sincerity and honesty. Receive this money in your bank account. So after the transfer, you send me money to come out here. I will give you, and here's the part where I wanted you guys to weigh in because this is important. I will give you 25% of the money after the transfer to your bank account, and you'll be charged to handle everything related to the transfer since I've been in pain and sorrow here in the refugee camp, which I do not have anything here to handle the transfer by myself. Can someone do a number crunch real quick while I'm finishing this? 25% of $4.5 million.
Yeah, it's
$1 million.
yeah,
Okay,
a little
thank
bit
you.
more than $2 million. Yeah.
All right. I also like to call me through the Reverend Pastor Martin Samuel's phone number, and we have that phone number. I won't read it out. I don't want the Reverend to get too many calls.
Yeah.
The Reverend Father is a clergy in charge of the refugees. If you want to speak to me, he will send for me to come and answer your call. I truly hope to hear from you soon. Thank you very much, and God bless. I have attached my photo for you to know me. Take care. Anna. And there is concrete proof. I'm showing everybody here on the podcast right now. This is a photo of Anna.
We're looking direct. So for those listening, we're
Yeah.
looking at a photo of what looks like to be a person whose name is Anna.
Yeah.
You can't refute that.
Yep.
So
That's just straight up proof.
obviously, I didn't realize this was Anna at first. The Anna who we'd emailed before,
That,
and obviously,
that changes everything.
well, like she mentioned in her email, we built this trust, right?
Right.
Like we built this trust together, and she's entrusting us with $4.5 million of blood money that they got by working with Gaddafi before he passed away.
R.I.P.
So obviously, I'm feeling pretty inclined to take this job.
I think so. I mean, why not?
I think our luck's just turned around, guys.
So I think this could be a start of something pretty good for this show. I mean, with that money, we can probably buy some higher quality microphones, perhaps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really
Some-
nice microphones.
Definitely.
We
Really
could buy
nice ones.
some chips, right?
Oh, so many
shit.
chips.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Maybe
we could taste test all of our different favorite flavors.
Oh man, maybe some talent to replace Kevin and Jim and Peter.
Ew.
Huh?
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
That'll be pretty cheap to get better than them.
Yeah. I mean,
Burn.
might as well,
Got
like,
'em.
$50,
Nice.
like $50 for 4 people. Get an 8-person podcast up in here. Let's go above and beyond.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
But here's my concern, though. If we come into about $1 million, I think people might start treating us different. You know,
Yeah.
like it might be that weird thing where you hear from somebody you haven't heard from since high school, and you're like, "Oh, are you just trying to like catch up with me?" It actually this. I was doing a bit, but this actually triggered a memory I had repressed,
What?
Oh boy.
which is there. I think this is last year. Someone who I was like acquaintances with in high school, like we had class together and we were friendly. I'll tell you guys after the show. It's not important. We were friendly, and he's the kind of person who hearing from him after like high school and everything was kind of cool. I was like, oh, I guess he thought we were closer friends than I thought. That's kind of cool. Like it's always nice when people like think more highly of you than you ever imagined they would have. I was like, oh, this is cool. I didn't expect him to like want to keep in touch after all these years. And I started just chatting with him, and then it didn't take too many messages for him to start trying to sell me something.
Uh-oh.
What was he selling?
I don't even remember now. It was something like some training program or some bullshit, like real kind of. It was like a more kind of corporate pyramid scheme. It wasn't like you're selling Tupperware. It was something more like, oh,
What's
this
his
is like
name?
a business. I'll type it in chat. It's not. I'm pretty sure this is the person.
I have no idea who that is.
What
Oh,
do you mean you have no idea who that is? You definitely
Hey,
know who it is.
hey, okay. I'm not a good
You just missed
writer.
out. No way, dude. Really?
I will confirm.
Wow.
It was either him or someone adjacent
That's
to him.
funny. Oh,
What?
Yeah,
That's funny.
for real. I'll confirm after we're wrapped up.
Yeah, you did spell his name wrong. That's why I was very confused.
I
Not
was
even
typing
close
with-
to.
One hand. What do you mean not even close? I got
You
one.
only got one letter wrong.
Not even close.
It's a pretty important letter, you know.
Yeah,
so.
you kind of fucked up the whole name with that one letter.
Yeah. Okay.
Not even
Interesting.
close.
Well, first of all, if you're listening to the show, you know who you are, and I demand an apology because you broke my trust. I thought that I was your
Damn.
friend, and all you saw when you looked at me was $2 signs, just plastered
$1
over your
sign.
eyeballs.
You know this Andrew guy? He's got a lot of money that he needs spending.
And that's what's going to happen. That is why I'm warning us. Like, potentially, we might not want this money. It's going to change things, and not for the better.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm going to tell Anna to piss off, unfortunately.
You know, I wonder what it was about our email that made it so she felt comfortable to trust us. Do you think it was warning her about how the night is long and full of terrors, or was it the kisses at the end?
I think it was, that little parable at the end where the nights are cold, but we stay warm by the fire.
Oh, that's what it was. I forgot.
The XOXO probably didn't hurt though.
Yeah, and you could tell that it's real because she took 3 months to respond because she wasn't safe. She couldn't get access.
Yep.
Well, the same reason she can't deposit the money. She's trapped in fear and sorrow.
Fear and sorrow. That's kind of that's the worst case scenario when you're trapped.
Never heard of that place.
Hey, and again, the photo, right? Like, you can't make that stuff up.
That's a real photo.
That's a real photo, and of a woman whose name is probably Anna.
Definitely Anna. Yeah. Well, I'll let her down easy, and someone else will get the money. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will.
Someone probably needs it more than we do, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Mike, can you tell us what's going on in your freezer, please?
Yeah. So Julie and I went on a little vacay this past weekend, which was very nice. We went over to Chelan, over to Manson, and just hung out by the lake, and it was very nice. We were there for like 3 or 4 days. When we got back, we got back kind of late, and we were like, oh man, it'd be nice to do something easy, do something nice and easy for dinner. And we had a frozen pizza. And so I went, and so, Julie's getting ready, and I go to the freezer, and I open it up, and I grab the frozen pizza box, and I open it up, and I take it out, and the pizza is floppy. Nice and floppy.
Floppy.
Yeah. Not frozen. So if, you hold a frozen pizza the way you normally would, where it's hard, you can hold it up, but if it's not frozen, you grab it by the
floppy.
end. It's exactly. That's exactly the word that's exactly the word that I would use. And so I thought that maybe it was just the pizza that was like,
floppy.
Floppy. So I was like, I closed in. I was like, yeah, whatever. The pizza's floppy. Maybe we just order something in.
The pizza, Julia. The pizza's floppy again.
Pizza's floppy.
Oh, not again.
I thought maybe it's because we have it. So we have like the weird freezer, the worst kind of freezer, which is the drawer that everything piles. It's not like
at the bottom of the fridge.
Yeah, it's the fucking worst. That's the worst kind of freezer there is. And so we have that kind. And I had the pizza standing up and down on the left side, so I thought maybe just like the position that it was in, there was some weird thing, because I felt the ice, and the ice was frozen, so I was like, okay, whatever. And then Julia came down, she opened up the freezer because she was like, wait, there's only the pizza, and she started feeling around, and wouldn't you know, everything was not frozen.
Everything was floppy.
Everything was floppy, and the ice that I felt that was hard was just like, it had clearly melted and then become like a new hard single
giant mass.
Yeah, one giant mass. So we had to throw away basically. And our fridge, for some reason, also the same thing. Everything was like lukewarm. So we had to we got back from vacation and had to throw everything out because it's like we didn't know if it was because we were gone for 4 days. Like we must have left it unsealed a little bit. And everything just kind of melted and stopped being refrigerated and frozen while we were gone. So we threw away all of our stuff. And that included we did have not a whole stash, but we had our pandemic frozen food section, all that stuff that we kind of got way at the beginning, just in case, whatever. Mm-hmm. All that stuff's gone. So it was actually a decent haul that we had to throw out.
Yeah. No one likes a flaccid pizza.
Does it work now?
It works now. So there was just it must have been just we had it kind of unsealed or something, because it's totally fine. But we were super fortunate that we double checked it, because had we just opened it and I just stupidly enough just was oh, it must have just been the pizza, and then closed it, and then everything refroze, we would have never known, and just potentially gotten sick or something from all of our for unfrozen and then frozen again food.
That's actually the
twice
best,
frozen.
Twice frozen.
That's the best situation you could have hoped for because if there wasn't an obvious indicator that something had gone wrong and it actually did get cold again, you
Yeah.
probably could have eaten a ton of shit before you noticed. And it's even, I've heard it recommended that when you get back from a long trip to check the ice tray to see if it is like a giant mass, because if it goes, like the power goes out or something like that happens, you can at least know
Oh, yeah.
and throw that shit out. Did Kevin say you guys lost power or anything? Or
No. Yeah, there was nothing like we lost power. Kevin even checked our mail at one point, and he didn't notice anything. I mean, he wasn't looking at our fridge or anything, but it's like there wasn't anything noticeably wrong.
yeah.
So it hasn't been happening the rest of this week. But yeah, every time that I shut it now, I use my body and like shove it against the fridge to make sure that it's like fully sealed.
How long did it take before you started digging into your pandemic supply, by the way? Because for me, it was about a week and a half.
You know, there's some things that we've kind of just like dug in and then kind of refreshed. We've always kept a frozen pizza or two on hand, just in case things go bad.
Mm.
But then we have a bunch of frozen veggies and stuff like that. So it's kind of, there's some stuff that we dug into, but for the most part, we actually stayed out of it.
I bought 2 Costco-sized bags of rice, like right before the stay-at-home order got issued. And I don't think there's ever going to be a time we're going to eat through that rice. There's so much rice. But I bought it because I, like a lot of people, was envisioning the like Mad Max scenario of this pandemic, which was you are literally forced at home. There's armed guards patrolling your neighborhood, making sure you don't leave the house. Like stores are shut down. And I envisioned us rationing water and rice. Like I bought the water. I have a case of water and 2 bags of rice. And I thought that was going to be our way of life for a few months.
That's funny. Yeah, we got water as well. That's just been sitting in the garage. We got an ominous text so Julia's brother's a firefighter and also works on like natural disaster type teams in Washington. And so we got an ominous text from him like 3 or 4 days before it was announced that there was going to be any sort of stay-at-home order, and he was like, I can't tell you much right now, but go to the store, get enough food for 2 weeks. And so it was kind of like there wasn't enough information. He couldn't talk on the phone, and we're like, well, he's working with the governor. And so he sent us into like this weird panic. And then we talked to him later, and he's like, oh yeah, he might be saying something this weekend. He might not. I'm not really sure. It's just a good idea. And we're like, go to the store.
There was a bunch of
2 weeks worth of food.
There was also a bunch of fake stuff going around where people were like, I heard from my friend's cousin who's in the army, that blah blah blah, and all that shit was fake. So
yeah, I definitely saw a lot of that too. And then I was like, wait, is Scott Julia's brother fake? Is he fake?
Is he a fake person?
And was he?
Wait, yeah,
Is he?
Yeah, she doesn't have a brother.
Oh my god!
What?
I know.
What?
Right?
Whoa.
So weird.
And biggest twist.
He seems so real too.
So weird. I don't even know who was texting us. It was so
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we have a special treat here today to end out the episode.
Is it sugar cookies?
It's a lemon bar
Oh, that's nice.
Bring it.
and an NSRG, which stands for the non sequitur ranking game.
Yes.
But the special treat here is that our very own Phil Williams provided the topics for today's game. So, Phil, would you please let us know what we will be ranking?
Okay, we're not going to go with my preferred. We'll go with my first one.
Okay.
Get your pens ready.
Okay.
Yep.
Listeners at home, I'll give you a second.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and pause the podcast. Go grab a pen.
Yep, definitely get a pen. Ballpoint is preferred, but fountain will do. Okay.
Yep. Or a number 2 pencil.
No pencils,
All I have
especially
is
mechanical.
All I have is a Sharpie. Is that okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
quick little
I'm just using my tongue.
brief tangent. Fuck erasable
My
pens.
blood.
Those are the worst invention in the world.
Oh my god.
Wait, what
They
is?
kind of are. Yeah.
Erasable pens. Do you remember those from back in the day?
Yeah.
You try to get
Oh.
school supplies, and you're like, I want the erasable pen, and it just never worked.
Yeah,
Terrible
those are
invention.
garbage.
There are so many pens that you can buy that are just bad. People make terrible pens. Bic, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Fuck you, Bick.
Bick. More like, what the frick?
What the frick, Bick?
Oh my god.
Okay. Pencil it down, Podworms. Ape. Grape. Cape. Snape.
Snape.
Well, this for me was honestly pretty easy.
This one was easy for me too, I think.
Okay, give me 1 second because it's like you guys are saying this is easy, and I am feeling like this may be the hardest NSRG that I've ever had to do.
Are you because they're all so close in your mind?
Because they
Oh,
all
yeah.
come through my life on an almost daily basis.
Yep. All right. Well,
Okay, I'll figure it out.
I think let's just start at number 4. Number 4 for me is grape.
Yeah, I agree.
number
The
4 for
reason
me
being,
was. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
well, go ahead. What was yours, Chase?
No. It's okay. You do your thing.
The reason I put grape number 4
Just pretend I'm not here.
is because this doesn't say grapes, and grapes would imply that we're talking about the fruit. Grape sounds like we're talking about the flavoring.
I see.
The grape, like
Oh.
a grape popsicle, a grape candy. Grape flavoring is easily the shittiest. It also tastes nothing like an actual grape. A grape, like a nice, juicy, sweet little grape, love it. Grape flavoring tastes nothing like a grape, and it's awful. I would throw away every grape candy ever created. It's shit. If there's
Wow.
a number 5 ranking here, it would get it.
Wow.
Fuck.
I agree. And just to
Wow.
petition to add a little bit more to the case, the grape is never good to eat. If you just eat regular grapes, you're either like Caligula or like a homeless person that eats like the fallen grapes in the grocery
Or
store.
like a emperor who's getting them fed to him.
Dude,
Yeah.
Caligula is a Roman emperor. Read a fucking book.
Oh.
Slam!
Okay.
Slammed, but appreciate it. You were on the same page.
Nerd Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
only
So then,
redeeming
how is that a bad thing then? I don't
You're
understand how
selling, you're
that's.
selling me on grapes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Even then, that's a good thing.
The only good thing about grapes is they turn into wine. Besides
That's
that,
true.
Pretty good thing.
that's the only thing they've got going for them. And wine's not that great.
What?
It's not that grape. Hey!
Wine is great. You love wine.
Is great.
I
Get
do.
The fuck out.
But I like
Wine is
other
great.
other
What's your-
beverages better.
What's your preferred beverage?
Oh yeah.
Clear fermented potato juice.
Disgusting. Dude.
Vodka.
Fuck you.
That's
Vodka.
nasty. That's
Vodka.
nasty.
Vodka.
I put
Potato
A
juice.
last because
what?
Okay, dude. Now you're on
I
my
don't
bad
know.
side.
I don't
Yeah.
know, man. When
I
have
don't-
apes other than evolution ever played a role in my life? You know?
I don't get that at all.
Bro, apes are
Apes-
fucking legit.
Apes are really
yeah,
fucking
but
dope.
how many? When was the last time you guys saw an ape?
Exactly.
Hey Chase, when was the last time you saw any movie from the Planet of the Apes trilogy?
Actually, you know what? I actually have never. I haven't seen any of them.
Stop what you're doing.
Yeah.
Pause this
Watch-
podcast.
No, watch the first one. The first one's okay. The second Planet of the Apes movie, oh my god, it's so good. It's
I've
like
heard they're good.
the second one specifically is like Lion King good.
Now, how often
Do you know
does
what that means?
Wow.
How often does it happen where the second movie is better than the first in like a
It's-
trilogy? That never
It's
happens.
rare.
Dark Knight,
Empire
Yes.
Strikes Back.
Okay.
Empire Strikes Back. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would also.
Okay, it happens, okay.
I would also argue the second Spider-Man in the original Spider-Man movies was better than the first one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Doc Ock, get him in there.
Yeah.
What's another good sequel? Godfather 2 is often talked about as being better
Yeah.
than Godfather 1. I don't necessarily hold that opinion. I don't know if I've seen it.
I think Dark Knight is the ultimate, man.
Dark Knight for sure.
Such a good movie.
It's like, yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Who is the villain in the first Batman? I can't think of it.
The Scarecrow.
Scarecrow.
Cillian
Gas
Murphy, man.
man.
The Batman.
Cillian Murphy's the best. I fucking
Yeah,
love
he's
that guy.
great. He's really good.
I only saw Bane and the Joker. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Dark Knight was good.
Yeah.
But I have to agree, Chase. Your opinion on apes is completely uneducated.
Unfounded.
I don't think so. I think
And
really
it
what
really-
happened was it was left over when the other ones were. I had already ranked them. So
Okay.
That's how I know. To me, it doesn't mean that much.
I voted Snape number 3 because he's just a bitch.
What, dude?
I didn't say my number 4.
Oh, I
My
just
number-
assumed you agreed with us and the grape was terrible.
No, I'm not with you on Grape, and I'm not with Chase on Ape.
What is
What?
it then?
I put Cape.
Oh,
Interesting.
Okay. Why?
I think Cape was the only one that didn't give me, this positive, warm and fuzzy feeling. All the other ones really did give me a positive, warm and fuzzy feeling.
Now, I'll ask you, Mike, have you ever put on a cape?
Like AP or BP?
Either. EP.
BP, I'm sure I've put on a cape at one point, but
How'd you feel?
I don't even remember. I don't even remember.
Really? Because putting on a cape might be the single most empowering thing you can do in this life.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you put on a cape and you immediately get respect.
You join a special circle.
yeah. Respect is what you get when you immediately put on a cape.
It's like the same thing when you like drive around in one of those doorless Jeeps and you give a knowing nod. You see another cape enthusiast, a capist out there. You give him a nice little head bob.
Cape reminds. The other thing that Cape reminded me of was The Incredibles. So in The Incredibles,
No capes.
Thank you, Chase. Any superhero wearing a cape, it just always gets into trouble. It's no good for them. It has no function. It does not give them powers.
It's for respect.
No, I agree. It's 100% a status symbol.
Anyway,
Yeah.
number
You
4
don't-
for me.
You don't wear a top hat because it keeps your head warm.
Respect.
It's very impractical. It's respect.
I don't know. Have you ever been? Your head's like so chilly. You're like, oh man, if only I had a nice warm top hat.
If only I could keep a bird's nest on top of my head while still wearing a hat.
I wonder if there is some science that goes into the top hat where maybe it stores the heat.
Oh yeah,
That would
probably.
make sense, actually.
I
But
always thought that a top hat. Is it hollow or is it full like a Hershey's Kiss?
What? How?
Actually, it's
With
filled.
what?
It's, actually, it
Full
has
with what?
actually, it has a creamy filling. It's neither.
in your mind, Mike, what would that be filled with?
Hat.
Like just felt or something?
Yeah, just whatever the material the hat's
So they
made
have
of.
a
It's
giant block of like hat material. They just
It's like really heavy.
Yeah, I thought
Whoa.
I thought hats were all carved from hat material.
so they're basically sculpting the hat. They're
Yeah,
carving-
and for those they just put them in a nice tube, sculpt mold.
that would be horrible. I'm pretty sure they're hollow, but I'll double check for you.
Yeah, let's look it up later.
Where'd you guys put Snape? Because you were number 3 on that one, Phil.
Yeah, I put Snape number 3. I thought he was the weakest of the Harry Potter characters. He just kind of is angsty and annoying.
Wrong.
Don't like that he kills
Wrong.
Dumbledore.
What
Don't like that he's
book
kind of a
did-
bully.
He doesn't want to kill.
What
Dumbledore.
book did you read, bro? Did you read
I
the
read all of
7th
them.
one?
I read
Did you
all of
read
them.
Yeah,
the 7th one?
he stopped at 6.
Yeah, if he stopped at 6,
He read
then
the
yeah,
ending
I
of 6.
guess-
He's like,
I
okay,
guess-
fuck Snape, fuck the series, fuck all of this.
I guess all your points make sense, but
He's annoying.
Snape is my number 1.
He's
Okay.
annoying and vindictive. Imagine this. Imagine somebody was mean to you as a kid. Like, not even that mean to you. Just a little bit of a bully. And you held on to the grudge so long that you were like, I'm going to fuck his son up so hard and be so... Like, how much of a petty piece of shit are you? Like,
Well,
he should not be working with children. I'm just going to put it that way.
Are you forgetting all the times that he like literally saved him and helped him?
Oh, come on.
with
That's
the Voldemort?
overblown. That's
Phil,
overblown.
what are your thoughts on Alan Rickman?
Alan Rickman, fine man. He needed money, so I can understand why he played Snape.
Alan
We've all
Rickman
been there.
plays a perfect Snape. He's one of the most on-brand like character, like book to movie characters.
I will give him that.
He's one of the most fun characters to watch in the whole
Agreed.
series. Page
Agreed.
394. There's one part where there's one part that we always quote that because he says at some point he says equally, but he goes equally.
Yes, dude.
It's the best, and anytime I say it, it gives me warm and fuzzies. That's why Snape's much higher. I'm not going to tell you
Well-
where, but he's much higher than 3.
Mike, I think you're confusing Snape with Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman's
Alan Rickman was
portrayal.
not-
Excuse me, Alan Rickman's portrayal
Bring
of Snape.
to life. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Snape is my
That's a
number
good.
one.
That's a good impression, Phil.
Snape is first in this list for me.
Yeah, I don't have a strong opinion on Snape.
Snape is okay. Can I just give one more? I just need to give one more. So Snape is also really awesome because he plays a double agent the whole fucking time, and he like is dealing with the two top wizards of the time in the time,
Oh, yeah.
and he's fooling the scariest one while working with the other strongest one, and he's
Yep.
doing he's doing this the whole time. Do you think about the stress that he's going through doing this? He could easily be, killed. And he does end up dying.
Yeah.
He
Plus
ends up dying for the cause.
I don't know
Plus,
if you
he's
want
got
to
a
get into.
broken heart because he's got the hots for Harry's dead mom.
Oh my god! Seriously, again, why I hate Snape? Get over it. You had a crush on a chick in high school.
Hey Phil,
Like you're 50 years old. Like
He
find another
loved
witch
her.
to bang.
He
Phil,
loved her. Okay.
have you ever been in love?
I guess not to the extent Snape is. So I guess no. And also, I don't think Snape was really masterfully playing. I think he's an opportunist that was like, yeah, I'll be bad, and then shit was going bad, so he was like, oh, I wasn't actually bad. I was helping you guys out, and then
But
shit's
he was
going pretty
working
well.
with Dumbledore.
Yeah,
how
there's
could he,
also
how could
the-
he, that's
there's
not an
also the-
opportunity. That's a
I
terrible
think,
idea
no,
for him.
I don't think he's like necessarily morally good or bad. He just kept the options open and played which side of the fence was the most advantageous at the time. I don't think he was some master schemer that was doing this the whole time.
He was a master schemer. There's that one line where
Agree to disagree.
where Dumbledore is like,
Agree to
"Oh, was
disagree.
it true the whole time?" And he was like, "Yes, it was true the whole time." So he's literally saying the exact opposite.
You
of
mean
what
the
your
guy who
argument
made
is.
a career out of lying was telling
Oh
the truth?
my god, dude!
Oh, of course you should take his words at face value, the career liar.
Oh my god!
It's a work of fiction. I interpreted it differently than you did.
Phil, did you like reading Harry Potter?
Yeah,
Not really, honestly.
What's
I
wrong
did it
with
out of
you?
like a social obligation.
Did you watch the movies? Did you like that?
Oh my god, don't even get me started about the movies. I thought the first two were good because I was dumb and my stupid child brain had not developed. And then as an adult, I tried watching the game. It seriously made me stupider. If you watch the last two movies, like it seriously gave me brain damage watching
Phil,
those.
Phil,
The last two.
They're so boring.
did you have some childhood trauma? What's going on?
A man with a long wand touched me with it once. He said he said I would choose the wand, or no, he said the wand chooses me. I guess.
Oh my god!
Wow,
Okay.
it makes a lot of sense now.
That makes sense.
Can I just get a
I
quick
mean-
go around the horn here? And what was everybody's number ones?
Hagrid. Oh wait, no, we're not talking about Harry Potter.
From the NSRG, Philip.
Hagrid.
Yeah, could you come up with 4 things that rhyme with Hagrid?
I already said my number one.
I
You
had
guys
Cape.
go.
I had Cape.
I was Snape.
Respect.
I had
Damn,
Ape.
Mike.
Ape. Do we all have different ones?
Ape was number 2 for me. Ape's up there. You guys gotta watch Planet of the Apes.
Mike
You
and I
gotta
both
watch
had-
it.
You ever seen a chimpanzee where he like mauls that woman?
Ooh, no.
That video? It's
somehow
like
I've managed
really.
to avoid that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad. I watched it in like 8th grade, and ever since then, I've just had a healthy respect for the raw physical power of primates.
Ooh.
Sure.
They deserve it. They're wearing a cape.
They are not wearing capes. Nope.
If they were, even better.
Extra respect. Well, space fans, if you like to listen to our podcast wearing a cape, can you let us know and tell us about how you get all this extra respect that you wouldn't otherwise have? Please validate my feelings about this situation. POWspacecast@gmail.com is our inbox. You can also reach out to us if you have a large amount of money to launder. We can definitely consider that. It might help you out.
Yeah.
We also have a huge social media presence. You probably heard about it. Podworm Spacecast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can follow all of our antics, behind the scenes photos, fan
Yep.
Behind the scenes.
fan
photos.
engagement, all of that and more on the social media. Check it out. You're gonna like what you see. And if you like this show, share it with a friend or someone you know, someone you met in quarantine. like a spouse or someone else.
If you met your spouse in quarantine, that means you already live with them, which narrows it down to like sister or brother. I don't know.
Or roommate.
Or roommate.
It's possible.
Fair enough.
It's possible. But most importantly, space fans, until next time,
Keep squirming.
I heard the squirm on that time.
Yeah, I'm not even hiding it anymore.
Squirmlin'.
First cast